high school for tonight's game between Lynn Classical and Everett. I want to remind everyone that taunting and negative chants will not be tolerated during the game. Inappropriate behavior will result in you being ejected from this game and facility. Win or lose, cheer for your team in a positive manner. Now for the starting lineup for the visitors, Everett. Junior, number 43, Amy Lucien. Freshman, number 33, Amelia Maria Babcock. Sophomore, number 25, Casey Sandy. Senior, number 3, Celeste Felicio. And junior captain, number 1, Kaylee Rossi. Now for your home team, the Lynn Classical Lady Rams. Up first, sophomore, number 35, Lauren Wilson. Junior, number 10, Ava Thurman. Junior, number 13, Delaney Dana. Junior, number 15, Akaya Brown. Senior captain, number 2, Molly Mannion. We ask at this time that you please rise and move your caps as singing our national anthem will be played. Good luck to both teams.
Welcome to Lynn Educational Television. I'm Afton Dean, bringing you the Lynn Classical Girls basketball team as they give host to Everett. And Classical, we made a mistake on the previous broadcast. They actually clinched a state tournament playoff berth in the previous game during our last broadcast on Thursday. So you got the lineups, you heard the anthem, and now we're ready for some basketball. And Classical coming in with a 10-3 record and well in contention for a GBL championship. And you're going to see, if you've noticed, Lauren Hennessy, one of the regular starters for Classical, one of their leading scorers, not in the lineup tonight day to day with a knee injury that she sustained in the previous game. She went down on a hard foul, taking a charge. So Akaya Brown will be at center court, joined by Casta Sandy, and Everett wins the tip, and we are underway here in the Lynn Classical gym. And the baseline jumper goes. Amelia Babcock gets Everett off to a good start. Everett coming into the game with just one win at 1-9. It's been a dismal season for the Crimson Tide. Mannion drives, throws it up, shot no good. And Babcock will control the ball for Everett. Near steal by Mannion, and Dana tracks it down in the corner, up ahead to Mannion. Mannion had Thurman with her, missed her. And Everett comes away with it. Thurman was wide open on the wing. And Akaya Brown with the rebound. Classical looking to run here. And Thurman going to reset the offense over to Wilson. Wilson thought about it. Dribbles, drives, he tries to use glass. Thurman with the putback. Ava Thurman coming off a big 18-point performance last Thursday, looking to keep it going on the offensive end for Classical. And comes away with the steal defensively. Mannion calling for it. They get it ahead. And easy lay-in. And it should be noted, Reese Brinkler also not in the lineup tonight for Classical. No word on her absence. So Classical gonna have to get some contributions from some of their regular bench players. And they're gonna have to go deeper into their bench tonight and go out of the normal rotation. Lauren Wilson will bring up the ball for Classical. Mannion gets denied on the baseline and then dribbles it out of bounds. Good defense by Everett to force the turnover. For all of our viewers on YouTube, thanks for joining us tonight. We are live. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and like our broadcast here tonight. Dana comes away with the loose ball up ahead to Mannion, and she throws it away. So Classical a little sloppy here to start this game. And Everett will inbound. And Everett had Lucian wide open underneath the basket. Bounce pass is wild, and another turnover for Everett. Both teams having trouble taking care of the basketball in this first quarter. Wilson kicks. Mannion from the corner can't hit. Dana with the long rebound. Back over to Wilson. Akaya Brown, good position down low, and gets fouled. And Classical going to take it out underneath the basket. That foul going against Casta Sandy for Everett, her first personal, first team foul. They loop it into Thurman. Thurman rims it out. Akaya Brown, long rebound. Classical get a new possession here. Thurman kicks. Wilson over to Dana. And Delaney Dana from the baseline. And that's a way to make an impact after being inserted into the starting lineup. Akaya Brown with the steal. 3-on-1 break. And Molly Mannion with the putback. Classical begins this game on an 8-2 run. 4:48 left to go in the first quarter. And we'll take a short break as we go into the timeout. And we are back out of the timeout. Classical begins this game on an 8-2 run, and that's where we stand here with 4:48 left in this first quarter. Classical winning the battle. Points off turnovers, a key factor here in this first quarter. Babcock will bring it up court for Everett. Nearly goes coast to coast. And we're going to get a jump ball. Akaya Brown hanging tough for the Rams. And it's going to be Everett ball off the jump ball. They loop it into Babcock. Over to the corner. Corner three. Long. And Akaya Brown initially had it and lost it. And Casta Sandy throws it in for Everett. Wilson, floater in the lane. Soft touch. Aaron Wilson, really strong in between game. And something we've seen early on in the season. And I guess I shouldn't say early on in the season as we are 13 games in. Thurman to Brown. And Dana gets hit. That would have been a perfectly executed pick and roll. Thurman and Brown. Classical will take it out underneath the basket here. Fresh 30 on the clock. They loop it into Thurman. Thurman thought about it. Step back three. Can't catch glass. And Everett with the rebound. Ava Thurman kind of looked like Jason Tatum with that step back three. And Delaney Dana in the mix, and Classical gonna get the possession off the jump ball. Ava Thurman will bring it up for Classical. They go inside to Brown. Brown, good position. And everybody from the Classical bench thought that was going down. Brown will go to the line. Looking for a couple. And the official giving a verbal warning to Coach Sawyer, who has not been happy with the officiating. And not sure what's happening here as the officials come together. So Brown will get two more here. They wave off the first. Brown makes the first. Back rim's the second, 1 of 2 at the line for Brown. Nice find underneath the basket. Amy Lucian with her first points of the night for Everett. 11-6 game, Classical on top. Brown, good position, can't bank it home. And as bad as it's been for Everett at times in this quarter, they're only down 5. Thurman finds a loose ball. Mannion from the corner, can't hit. And Everett with the rebound. Coming up on the 2-minute mark here of the first quarter. And Wilson tracks down the loose ball. Up ahead to Mannion. Mannion looking to go to work on the box. Thurman for 3. Back rims it. Thurman tracks it down. Kicks it out. Wilson, short with it. Long with it. Classical getting all kinds of chances on this possession. And first off the Classical bench is Manuela Nunez, who we saw late in the game against Medford when Classical had the large lead. Had some quality minutes for the Rams down the stretch and what was a blowout. And she'll be rewarded with some early minutes tonight as Classical gonna have to widen their rotation with injuries. Brinkler out tonight, Hennessy out tonight. Not sure when they'll get them back. And hopefully be able to get them healthy before a playoff push. Thurman drives and gets packed on the arm. So Thurman will be at the line here. Thurman makes the first. Ava Thurman makes both. Everett fans trying to bother the Thurman free throw. She was unfazed. Looked like a push off there, no call. Basket doesn't go nonetheless. Nunez the other way for Classical. Pulls up, long with it. Classical will get the ball back here, likely barring an offensive rebound. About a 20-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Nice double team by Classical. And Everett staying alive on the glass. They track it down in the corner. Three-pointer doesn't go. Classical finally comes away with it. Plenty of time on the clock. Mannion looking to run. Kicks it out to Thurman. Thurman's got plenty of time. Kicks it into Akaya Brown, and we got a foul. Classical staying patient on the possession and rewarded with a good look, and Akaya Brown gonna get some free throws and looking to extend this 7-point lead. Brown makes the first. This is the second, 2 of 4 at the line tonight for Brown. 4 seconds on the clock. Everett gonna have to shoot it here. They heave it up, and the shot is no good. So Classical off to a great start here. They lead it 14-6, and we'll take a short break here as we reach the end of the first quarter. And we are set for quarter number 2. Classical fell behind 2-0 early on and went on a 14-4 run, and that's where we stand here. 14-6 Classical on top. 4 points apiece for Molly Mannion and Ava Thurman. And Everett will start with the ball here in the second quarter. That shot to look to be partially blocked. Track down, Everett will get another possession. And Everett having all kinds of issues offensively right now. Active on the glass though, that's one good takeaway if you're Everett. Specifically in the offensive glass. Thurman with a steal and then steps out. Thurman going to likely be asked to play major minutes in this game in the absence of the two Classical starters. Normally plays big minutes, but going to become really the centerpiece of this offense. Nice move, halfway down. Everett tracks down the long rebound. And we're gonna get a foul. Unintentional trip. And that's gonna go against Ava Thurman. Just her first. And that's actually the first team foul for Classical tonight. Classical still staying with all 5 starters with the exception of, I believe, Nunez. Nunez is the only one that was not a starter tonight. So with the exception of Lauren Wilson, who's currently on the Classical bench. Thurman pulls it back out, kicks it. Brown, baseline jumper, short. And stolen from behind, Delaney Dana. Thurman, count the basket. And that has to be continuation. And they're gonna say it was not continuation and she was not in the act of shooting. So Classical instead will inbound. I bet if it was the NBA, that would have counted as continuation. Pull-up jumper short. And for good measure, Coach Sawyer thought it was continuation as well. Thurman will bring it up for Classical here. 6 minutes left in this second quarter. Mannion looking, they go inside to Brown. Brown gonna shoot it, nobody around her. And Akaya Brown for 3. Brown looked around, there wasn't a red jersey in sight, and pulls up. Akaya Brown, and not the primary 3-point shooter for Classical. Everett did her to shoot it. Brown sets the screen. Mannion from the free throw line, long with it. Long rebound to Everett. Everett looking to run. And 3-pointer long. Nunez, rebound on the weak side. And her outlet pass to Thurman gets picked off. Baseline drive, and she stepped out. Lauren Wilson will check back into the game for the Rams. Molly Mannion will see her first minutes on the bench tonight. Well-deserved rest as she played the first 13 minutes of the game. They go inside to Brown. Brown's getting good position down low. Lefty hook doesn't go. Everett had numbers and they throw it away. Jane O'Derry will check in her first minutes of the night for Everett. 17-6 game. And coming up on the 4-minute mark here of the second quarter, 3 points scored in this quarter, all by Classical. So a quiet offensive quarter. Ava Thurman.
Ava Thurman for 3.
She must have heard me say that. Pulls up for 3. She's got 7. Thurman missed a few early on, but shooters keep shooting. Thurman ahead. Nice up fake by Thurman.
Ava Thurman.
Thurman pulling all the tricks out. So Classical on a 7-0 run to begin the quarter. We're about halfway through the quarter at exactly 4 minutes left. We'll take a short break. Classical leading in here 22-6. Exactly 4 minutes to go in the quarter. Classical outscoring Everett 8-0 in the quarter. Thurman has scored the last 5 for Classical. And for all of our viewers on YouTube tonight, be sure to hit the subscribe button down below and give us a like for tonight's broadcast as we're joining you live from the Lynn Classical High School Gymnasium. Shot won't go, but a couple free throws coming up for Jane O'Derry for Everett, looking for her first points of the night. Fairly empty gym with limited capacity amidst the COVID-19 pandemic. Each player permitted 2 guests for tonight's game. And not sure if that capacity limit will be lifted anytime soon as we get into February here. February 1st today. Happy February, everyone. Thurman behind the double screen. Throws it out to Nunez. Nunez thought about it. They go inside to Brown. Brown, hook shot, too strong, gets her own miss. And Brown hanging tough on the offensive glass. We'll head back to the line where she is 2 of 4 tonight and looking to add to her totals. Having a solid night on both ends of the court. Short with the first. Misses both. Brown just 2 of 6 tonight at the line. Babcock looking to run, pulls up. Short with it. Thurman all by herself. Peeks back at the defender, and the layup doesn't go. The trailer, Lauren Wilson, can't get the shot to go, and Everett the other way. And missed opportunity for Classical. And that will get Molly Mannion back into the game. Akaya Brown gonna get a breather. And 3:09 left until halftime. And Nunez with the steal. Wilson ahead. Shot doesn't go. Classical with some missed opportunities here. And Classical gives it right back. Classical not helping them on the glass defensively. And Classical losing the battle to loose balls right now. And finally, Classical comes away with it. And we're gonna get a blocking foul. And Wilson will be at the free throw line. Wilson with just 2 first quarter points. Wilson will get another. And Wilson, true at the line. I believe Everett was one of the communities yesterday impacted with no school, and I can imagine that impacted practice time as well. And it's going to come back Classical's way. Nice defensive play. Just under 2 minutes to play here in the quarter. Classical's going to go into the locker room with a nice, comfortable lead. Mannion sidesteps the defender. Shot doesn't go. And finally, late whistle. Looked like initially a travel. They missed that one, but they get Everett for a double dribble. Not sure if that was a makeup call. Wilson's gonna pull up from the line. Too strong. And steals it away. We'll try again. Short with it. Mannion tracks it down. Mannion loses the dribble. And Wilson, moving without the ball, gets rewarded. And right before the shot, Coach Sawyer was calling for timeout, was not granted timeout by the official. And he's probably saying, just kidding, I didn't want that timeout. Dana with the steal. And we're gonna get a blocking foul as Babcock's feet were moving. Dana makes the first. One of 2 at the line for Delaney Dana. And we got a lane violation, so Dana will have another opportunity. And misses the second. About a 12-second difference between shot clock and game clock. And Classical really running away with it. 27-6. Everett has not scored in the quarter. We'll see if Classical holds for the last shot. Doesn't appear. They will be. Dana, wide open shot. It goes. And Delaney Dana suddenly has 5 points as Thurman knocks it out of bounds. 2.9 ticks on the clock. Gonna have to be a catch and shoot here if you're Everett. And Everett does not get the shot off, so it was all Classical in this first half. And Classical will go into the locker room with a comfortable lead at 29-6, and we'll see you here for the second half. And some technical difficulties to start this second half. My apologies. And just coming off a shot clock violation. And Classical outscored Everett in that second quarter. Everett was scoreless. Classical leading it 29-8. And the three-pointer goes. So much better start. Kaylee Rossi from 3 for Everett. Wilson turnaround, no good. And we got a foul. Thurman wide open from the corner. Misses the shot. Akaya Brown on the glass. Doesn't go. And it's going to be off Wilson, out of bounds, so we'll come back Everett's way. Classical coming up empty here. And have yet to score in the quarter, 3 minutes in. Everett already having a better quarter. Everett tracks it down. And Dana commits the foul. Jaime Lucian will be at the line. She got hit on the arm. Can't bank home the first. Makes the second. Jaime Lucen, 1 of 2 at the line. She's got 5 on the night. Classical with the ball, 29-11, still looking for their first points of the third quarter. Thurman from 3, back rims it. Thurman not having her best night from behind the arc. Rossi looking to go one-on-one, steps up and pulls up from behind the three-point line. Short with it, Classical the other way. They go inside to Mannion. Mannion short with it. Wilson saves it. And right to Everett. Everett with the ball. Rossi running the break. And a traveling violation. Classical keeping a tight rotation of 6. And Manuela Nunez checks back into the game. She was the only player that came off the bench in the first half. Classical up 18. Thurman kicks it. Dana's shot no good. And we got a jump ball. Akaya Brown in the mix. Dana looking, gets it to the corner. Nunez wide open, and Manuela Nunez for 3. That will get Nunez some minutes. She has played well off the bench tonight for Classical. And the 6-man roll. Wilson with the steal, full steam ahead. Too strong. Long rebound to Nunez, can't bank it home. And Rossi the other way. Everett's got numbers. And Wilson gonna make Rossi earn it from the line. A nice job by Dana getting back into the play as Everett initially had numbers. Rossi makes the first. Rossi, the junior guard and captain of the team. Long rebound to Everett. And Classical off the miss, looking to run. Up to head to Wilson. Wilson fumbles it, and it's gonna be another turnover for Classical. Coach Sawyer not thrilled with his team right now, and they have scored just 3 points in the quarter. We got 2:57 left to play here in the third. Classical leading in here 32-12, and we'll take a short break. And we return here where we are live in the Lynn Classical Gym. Remember, if you're watching this game on YouTube tonight, be sure to hit the subscribe button down below. And also give us a like for tonight's broadcast. And we'll be right back here on Thursday night for Lynn Classical boys basketball. And 7 p.m. tip-off time. Hope you can join us. Plenty of time left in this one, though. Rossi with the rebound. And Akaya Brown tips it away off the entry pass ahead to Thurman. Nice up fake by Thurman.
Ava Thurman.
And I can imagine Ava Thurman, as that shot's blocked, will have a lot of opportunities to play post high school. Lauren Wilson. And Classical responding out of the timeout. 4 unanswered points. And Everett throws it away. Amelia Babcock will check into the game for Everett. Babcock, just a first-year student. Inside to Brown, draws the contact, and they're actually going to get Brown for a travel before the shot. .151 left to go in this third quarter. Big lead for Classical. We'll see if they go into their bench a little bit more in the fourth quarter. Babcock's shot doesn't go from the baseline. Long rebound. Wilson comes away with it. Wilson trying to go coast to coast, gets fouled, and Wilson will head to the line.
Everett, you gotta play defense. You gotta stop the ball earlier,
8 points on the night for Lauren Wilson. This is the first. Wilson, just a sophomore for the Rams. And I look up and down the classical roster. The two seniors, Brinkler and Mannion. And then it's 11th grade and down. So a couple big years ahead for the Rams, who have already punched their ticket to the state tournament with their 10th win last Thursday. Nice interior defense by Akaya Brown. Nunez with the weak side rebound. And Classical with the ball. Thurman goes all the way. Nice move by Ava Thurman. Great athlete Ava Thurman is. Also a member of the varsity soccer team. And we can't forget about their season where they went 15-0-3. And Wilson pleading with the officials. Not happy with the call. So it'll be Kaylee Rossi back here at the line for Everett. Makes the first. Better trip to the line this time for Rossi. And Everett, who was scoreless in the third quarter, or excuse me, the second quarter, much better quarter, has scored 8. Classical can hold for the final shot here as shot clock is off. 17 ticks on the clock. And they lose it. And we're going to get a jump ball. And it's going to be Everett possession. Plenty of time for Everett to get a good shot off. 13.1 seconds. As Coach Dunn calls a play from the sidelines. Babcock goes baseline off the side of the backboard. Thurman gonna have to shoot it. And they get it off. Great job by Ava Thurman pushing it up court ahead to Molly Mannion, and they beat the buzzer. So Classical with a slow start to the third quarter and finishes on an 8-2 run and now lead it 40-14 as we head into the final 8 minutes. And just 8 minutes of basketball left to play here. Classical well in control, leading it 40-14. All Classical starters out there with the exception of Lauren Wilson, who takes a break on the Classical bench. Manuela Nunez in the game and will stay in the game for Classical. Had a good second half of that third quarter. Thurman pulls up, shot doesn't go. Everett looking to run. Nice pass by Rossi on the break. And Everett misses the shot. And it's going to stay Everett ball here. And Everett has not led in this game since 2-0. As they struck first in this one, and it's been all Classical since. Credit Everett, though. They have been very active on the offensive glass tonight. A lot of second and third chance opportunities for the Crimson Tide, who come into the game with just one win on the season at 1-9. And the woes will continue. One of two at the line for Nahimi Lucen for Everett. She's having a solid night, 6 points. They go inside to Brown. Brown, great position down low. Misses the shot. And Everett throws it away and gives it right back. And the opportunity to speak with former athletic director Dick Ruth at halftime. And Ava Thurman for three. Thurman finding her groove here in the second half. I talked to Dick Ruth at halftime, who spoke about how quiet this gym is. And he can't remember the last time it's been so quiet over the last 2 weeks with the capacity limit here. When players go to the free throw line at halftime, you can almost hear a pin drop in the gym. Akaya Brown checks out. That might be her night. And Linda Jallo will see her first minutes of the night. Thurman will try again. Shot doesn't go. And we're going to get a double dribble. And it's going to come back Classical's way here. Ava Thurman having a night, 16 points for the Rams. Coming off an 18-point performance last Thursday. And not bad for Classical's leading scorer. They hand it off to her. Shot clock at 9. Classical gonna have to shoot it here. And instead, Everett commits the foul. And Everett bails out the Rams there. Shot clock was winding down. Classical will get a fresh 30 and inbound underneath the basket. They inbound right to Dana. Dana got a good look. And Everett comes away with it. If you're just joining us, Classical has been in control of this game right from the get-go. And it is 43-15. And it will be Amelia Babcock at the line for Everett. And no exaggeration, you can almost hear a pin drop in this gymnasium. Babcock makes the first. And Ava Thurman will get her first rest of the night. She's played all 27 minutes and change. 1 of 2 at the line for Babcock. 43-16, Classical on top here, coming up on the 5-minute mark of the quarter.
Molly Mannion.
Molly Mannion, not sure if she called glass, but banks it home. 45-16. Dana near steal. Mannion with the long rebound. Up ahead to Wilson. And Classical turns it over. And we're going to see Kylie Mills for the first night for the Rams with a number 12 on her back. Classical kept a pretty tight 6-man rotation in that first half, have opened up a large lead and going a little bit deeper into their bench here in the fourth quarter. Near steal. And Jallo tips it to Wilson, and it's going to actually be out off of Everett. Looked like Wilson knocked that off of Jaffine Pierre. So it'll be Classical ball here coming up on the halfway mark of the quarter. Wilson thought about it. Dana met by Costa Sandy of Everett. And we're going to get a turnover. And we're going to get a couple more players off the Classical bench. We're going to see Keisha Perez and Azor Hang for the Rams. I'd imagine Wilson and Dana will be coming out of the game. They'll check in next whistle. And Wilson's shot blocked. And that will likely be the night for Wilson and Delaney Dana. So Classical going entirely to their bench here with 3:36 left in the game. Leading comfortably here, 45-16. Mills had it momentarily. And both teams a little back and forth here. And Keisha Perez with the steal. Her shot doesn't go. Perez with the steal. And Keisha Perez lays it up and in.
Keisha Perez.
Immediate impact off the bench for Perez. And a special thanks to all of our viewers at home watching on YouTube. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and like our broadcast tonight. And we're going to get a timeout, Everett. Coach Dunn trying to get some players off the bench here. Calls a timeout. It will be an unofficial timeout. Rossi up fake, shot goes. 6 on the night for Rossi, 6 apiece for Rossi and Lucian. That's been the bulk of the scoring for Everett. Perez will shoot it from deep. Back rims it. That was a deep 3 by Perez. She was almost in the Classical parking lot. Coming up on the 2-minute mark here of the quarter. Of the game, I should say. And Everett loses it. It will come back Classical's way. Nunez finally gets it into Perez. Everett suddenly going to the full court press as they trip up Perez in the backcourt. And not sure where that's been all game. Kaylee Rossi puts home 2 more. And that's the first time we've seen it all game for Everett. Jallo pulls up, too strong off the glass. And Hang grabs the loose ball. Nunez for three, no good. Perez dribbles up from behind the line. Goes baseline. Could have got called for an offensive foul. Instead, Rossi the other way. Rossi lets the defender go by. 2 more for her. She's got 11 on the night. Hang for 3, no good. Under a minute here to play in the game. Rossi saves it. And 2 more for Rossi. Rossi making a living in these last 2 minutes of the game. And Rossi's got 15 on the night. And that is game.
Final score from the Glasgow. Glasgow 47, Everett 24. Thank you all for coming out. Drive home safely and have a great rest of your night.
So Classical takes this one 47-24. Everett will drop to 1-10 on the season, and their roles will continue. Classical on the other side will improve to 11-3, and of course improve their seed for the upcoming state tournament, which they've already punched a ticket to. So Everett led 2-0 in this one, and then it was all Classical. They went on a 14-4 run to end the first quarter and led 14-6 heading into the second, and it was all Classical in the second quarter as Everett was scoreless, and Classical opened up a 29-6 lead heading into the locker room, and it was all Classical as they kept their foot on the gas pedal in that second half and take this one 47-24. For Classical, Ava Thurman, another big game, 16 points, and had to pick up some slack offensively in the absence of Reese Brinkler and Lauren Hennessy. 6 points for Molly Mannion, who had a big night. Lauren Wilson with 8 points. Those are your leading scorers for Classical. And for Everett, the lone bright spot, Kaylee Rossi, who turned it on there in the fourth quarter, finishes with 15 points. So Classical takes this one 47-24. All of our viewers at home on YouTube, we hope you enjoyed it. All of our viewers on Channel 15 Comcast, Channel 36 Verizon, we hope you enjoyed it, and we'll watch this at a later date. We'll be back here on Thursday night for Lynn Classical Boys Basketball. We'll see you then. Have a great night, and for all of us at Lynn Educational Television, we hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time.